All right, so I'm gonna get started here. Welcome everyone. My name is Miranda. If we haven't met before, it's so nice to be here and wake up with you all this morning. So wherever you are, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Feel free to use blankets and pillows or anything around us to help make ourselves comfortable. If you want music in the background, feel free to find your favorite calming playlists and just listen to the sounds, but otherwise you'll just have me to listen to, which hopefully you enjoy my talking as well. But finding that comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. So you can sit crisscross applesauce, you can sit with the legs out, doesn't really matter. But I want you to first notice your breathing. So our breath is probably one of our most powerful tools that we tend to underutilize. And in this moment in time, I want you to notice its natural rhythm. So how are you typically breathing when you're not paying as much attention? Take a moment to notice how it feels running through your body. And as we move through this practice, starting to deepen that breath. So inhaling from the bottom of the belly, all the way up to the chest. And exhaling from the chest down to the bottom of the belly. Now noticing how that breath feels when we put more intentionality behind it. Letting go of any judgments, any expectations, and all competition as we begin to wake our body and prepare for class today. Our next inhale, maybe beginning to shrug the shoulders up to our ears. And as we exhale, slowly release them back down. Inhaling to shrug the shoulders up. Exhaling, releasing back down. 2 more times. Always remembering to follow our own breath, follow our own pace. One last time. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhaling, release. Inhaling to slowly release right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. Inhaling left ear to left shoulder. Exhaling down. Continuing to roll our head from side to side. If we want to and it feels good for us, we can exhale into some extension in the neck. And inhale back down. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. And meeting back down with our chin to our chest. So exhaling chin to chest once we get there. Inhaling to lift our head back up to a neutral spine. Beginning to add in more arm movement as we inhale. Can we shrug that right shoulder up? Exhale down. Inhale left shoulder. Exhale down. 2 more times each side. Like I slept kind of funky. And on my right side, my right shoulder feels weird. Noticing those things as we go along. 1 more time each side. Beginning to make these movements a little bit bigger Can we add in both arms, inhaling them up? As we exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhaling the arms up. You can always keep the arms bent to shorten that lever length. 2 more times. Inhaling to mute the top. As we exhale, releasing that right hand down to the side, bending over to the right. Inhaling back up. Releasing the left arm down. Let's go 2 more times to each side. Feeling free to hold one side if it feels better for us. Last time each side. Inhale to meet back at the top. This time as we exhale, can we twist towards the right side? So nice, easy seated twist, maybe looking over the shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, release the left side. 2 more times each side. Gently waking up the body this morning. Gently adding that movement in. Left side here. Inhaling back to the top. Exhaling, releasing the arms down. So in the same position, if our legs are crossed, we're going to release them. And I want you to take your hands, placing them back behind us to where our fingertips are pointing towards us. So a nice gentle stretch. We can kind of rock side to side into the wrists. And with our legs, begin to extend and pulling them back in. Inhaling to extend the leg. Exhale, pull it back in. This may feel like a very simple movement, but again, it's that gentle waking of the body. Let's go one more time on the other side. This time when we extend, can we rotate our leg internally, externally, come back in. Extend, rotate, rotate, come back in. Like a lot of times we tend to internally and externally rotate our hips. So it's just another way to kind of wake that up. One more time on this side, knowing that these movements don't have to be big. Meeting with the feet back on the ground. So we need to roll up, roll the wrist out. Feel free to do so. Coming back down, I promise this is our last little bit here with the wrists in this position. Taking our feet wider, and we'll just windshield wipering them side to side. So just kind of swaying side to side again. A little bit of internal, external rotation. Moving the legs together. Feel free to hold one side if that feels better for us. Beautiful. Now, sitting up nice and tall once more, we can release those hands. Inhaling to reach the arms up. As we exhale, dropping the elbows to the rib cage, opening the chest up to the sky. Side view looks like this. As we cactus arms cactus arms. Words. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling for cactus arms. 2 more times. Last time. Inhaling the arms up. As we exhale, hinging at the hips, reaching for the toes, and then dragging ourselves back up, sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling the arms up, exhaling, hinging at the hips, and then slowly stacking the spine once more. 2 more times. Last time here. Beginning to awaken our hip flexor a little bit more. Staying in this tall seated position, can we inhale to lift one leg from the ground? Exhale, release. Inhale to lift the other leg up. Exhale, release. And so if you notice, I started to lean back. But can we stay nice and tall? And it can be just a little baby lift. We'll notice some core engagement, but also working on firing up our hip flexors. Let's go 2 more times each side. So if you want, your hands can be on the ground for some support too. I want you to focus on that engagement coming from the core and the head flexors. Last time. Exhale, release. Beautiful job. Bending through one leg and using that as a break to slowly lower ourselves down to the ground. Rolling all the way down, hugging the knees into our chest. Rocking side to side. Maybe even making small circles here. Reversing that circle. Can we roll to our favorite side, but hopefully to a side where you can still see me? And so allowing the legs to drop to one side. Facing the camera in some sort of way. Stacking our shoulders on top of one another, stacking the hips on top of one another. Hands placed on top. As we inhale, we slowly drag the hand across. Gently open to the other side. Nice chest expansion. Exhale to close. Inhale to drag across. Exhale to close. So you have the option of staying here. Or if you would like, there's another variation we can do. So instead of dragging across, you can make a little semicircle here by dragging the hand up and around. Doing our best to keep the hand touching the ground. This is my side that needs a lot of work. So if you see my fingertips not dragging the ground on this side, that's why. Let's go 2 more times. And either variation. Hopefully we feel that stretch from the shoulders slowly beginning to rest into the ground. Exhaling to close. And then we get to roll to the other side. So if you know what we're doing, you don't need to face the camera. We can just roll the legs up and over to the other side. If you're a visual person and you still would like to see, then we just need to shimmy ourselves around. But wherever we are, we want to go to the other side, stack the hips once more, stack the shoulders once more. As we inhale, slowly begin by dragging, opening up through the chest. Exhale. Once more, keep it going. If you would like that other variation, you can start to make a little half circle here. So we can inhale to draw a little half circle. Exhale to cruise. Continue to move with our own breath. So it's such a good stretch, especially sitting at our desk all day long. I know this one's harder to do in a desk setting, but if you can wake up each morning and do a variation of this stretch, promise you you're going to be feeling a lot better through the day. I recently started doing these a lot more, and it has helped so much. Last one, whichever variation we choose. And exhale, close. This time, we're going to roll back to our back, so we should be able to just gently roll and pick our legs up with us. From here, we're going to plant the feet in front of the hips. Hands can be by our side. As we inhale, can we slowly curl the hips up? So like we have a bucket of water, we're about to dump the bucket on us. And as we exhale, can we tilt it away from us as if we're pouring the water away? So inhale to pull towards, exhale away. So pelvic tilts. Again, working some of those deeper muscles, being able to move through flexion and extension here. Let's go 2 more times. Pulling our belly button towards us, tipping it all away. Beautiful. Finding that nice neutral spine once more. As we inhale, pressing through the heels, squeezing through the glutes to send the hips up to the sky for a bridge. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Nice slow bridges here. Let's go 2 more. Last one, can we hold this one at the top? So hold here. Slowly press the weight into your right foot and maybe lift the heel of the left foot away or lift it away completely. Release it back down. Can you hold this hip bridge? Switch to the other side. These are what's known as a bridge march. Again, working on engaging through the glutes, firing at the core. If you're sitting here saying, I did not sign up for a workout this morning, I promise you, we just have 1 more on each side. And last one. Both feet plant down, we slowly release the hips back to the ground, hugging the knees in. Whole purpose here of getting this muscle firing up is to help engage and get us ready for the day, making sure that we're like, hey, y'all are still here. I need you throughout the day. So once we finish the knees to chest, rocking side to side or in a small circle, can we this time lift the legs into a tabletop position? So if you see, we're creating a nice 90-degree angle here. I'm actively pulling my toes towards my shins to activate through my entire leg. Arms raising right above the shoulders. As we inhale, reach the right heel to the ground. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, up, foot down. Pull it back up. You have the option of staying here, or we can add in opposition by reaching the opposite arm towards the ground too. And I promise we won't be here super long, just getting muscles fired up in our body to take on our day. Can we go 1 more time each side? And the last one. Beautiful job. Hugging the knees back in once more. Rocking side to side. Hold Holding tight to that right leg, extending the left leg long. Without activation in our leg, you just take your hands and move the leg around in this joint. Internally, externally rotated, circumduct. Then inhaling to lift the leg all the way up to the sky, grabbing behind the hamstring or up on the calf, working through that hamstring stretch. You can point and flex our foot, rotate the ankle. Still taking those big deep breaths. From here, taking that left arm to the right knee, slowly guiding the leg over to the left side for a spinal twist. Maybe opening up the opposite arm, getting a nice chest stretch here too as we allow our shoulders and our hips to relax into our mats or floor. We can look to the right side to deepen that stretch. Last one breath here. Inhaling to come back to top, back to center. Can we take the same leg, cross it over the left thigh? Option to stay here for our long figure four stretch, or we can lift the leg away. We can also hold the leg into our chest. Wherever we are, pull the toes to the shins to keep that right leg. For a nice glute stretch here. Last big deep breath. And so releasing, staying in this figure four here. Can we rock side to side? So another way of getting some extra release through the hips. And release. Right leg extends, we hug the left leg and push. And start moving it around in that joint. Passively moving it around, which means our leg isn't doing any work. It's our arms moving it for us. Try out that internal, external rotation. And then sending that leg up to the sky, grabbing behind the hamstring or on the calf. Feeling free to point and flex, rotate the ankle. And then taking that right hand to the left knee, slowly guiding the leg over to the right side for that spinal twist. Feeling free to extend the left arm, looking over to the left side to deepen that stretch. Deep breaths as we melt the body into the floor beneath us. On the next inhale, we're going to slowly guide that leg back to center, crossing the left leg over the right thigh. Choosing to stay here, lift the leg, hug the leg in close. Whichever option works best for you. Again, pulling the toes to the shins to keep that leg active. Slowly releasing that foot to the ground, windshield wipering it side to side in this figure four. And then uncrossing the legs, finding a space where we can just lay here for just a couple of moments and regather our peace. So we can have feet on the floor, extended, you can be in a seated position, whatever allows you to relax the most before we end class here. If you're in a space where you're able to close your eyes and you feel safe and comfortable, I invite you to do so. Or invite you to find a spot on a wall or in front of you to stare at. Bring that attention back to that big, deep belly breath. Inhaling from the bottom of the belly, all the way up to the chest. And exhaling from the chest, down to the bottom of our bellies. Noticing that breath once more as it is coursing through us. Acknowledging the feeling that it gives when we take those powerful breaths. Wherever we are, slowly starting to wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Maybe gently opening our eyes once more. And gently spinning our way back to a seated position. So maybe we roll over one side, gently push up. And in the class with one final breath together. So inhale, you're welcome to bring the arms overhead. Exhaling down, hearts. Thank you all so much for practicing with me this morning. Hopefully you feel ready to tackle your day. Grab water, grab coffee, eat some good food, and have a good Tuesday. Novi should be back on Thursday. She just wasn't feeling well this morning. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm here to chat with you for a second. Thanks, y'all.